Good afternoon, Andy and Amanda. How have you done? How have you been spending your Christmas?
Much quieter than usual.
Yeah, but there was no, believe me, Colleen, there was no 48-hour raves this year, anyway, certainly for us this time, anyway.
Compared to all the other years where we go out for rave.
Yeah, we all we normally do is we go from flat to flat raving around parties with 72 hours normally. So.
I get so drunk I don't even remember it afterwards.
That's fine. Now, we went to my mum and dad's today over Christmas Day, so we stuck to the ruling on it basically. So the three household rules. So also my brother, and I take Colleen. I've seen you know when you got your family and stuff, you're quite close to your families. I've not seen my brother since half an hour in June, since way before last Christmas. And I saw my sister. I've seen my sister a bit on the rules, following the rules, and my nephew came round at one point. His mother as well, didn't he?
Mm.
And this will make you laugh, Colleen. My nephew, when I saw him last, was Amanda's height of just over 5 foot. He's grown 9 inches in a year, would you believe?
5'9". He's 5'9" now.
He's 5'9" now. Because he's massive, Amanda, wasn't he? So he was all legs, just skinny as anything. But he was absolutely huge. He was. And I think like if you grow another 9 inches in the next year, I told my sister this, he'd be 6'7" and 6'8" next Christmas.
Oh, yeah.
But there is a precedent for that in my dad and my family, because my dad's 2 brothers were 6'7" and 6'8".
Right.
That's why I say, yeah, all right. So, and we're a bit gutted with Amanda's family, unfortunately, weren't we?
Yeah.
We couldn't get down to Bradford to obviously go all the lockdown rules and stuff once their families. So. But
yeah,
what it is. So.
What
did you do over Christmas then?
Just had my pudding. Had my Christmas pudding before Christmas Day.
Yay, pudding. What, Amanda? Pudding. That's a supernatural impression for the day.
Yeah, I had that. And chicken. Had chicken for Christmas because Rose got it from the shop. You know, they make it. So I got that one. It was nice, yeah.
What did my mum get? What did my mum get, Amanda? You got nice one, but it was a bit unusual. Brussels sprouts with bacon on, was it?
Yeah, I don't think your mum got those, did she?
I'm sure she did. It was just you got them.
I just got them.
Yeah, I told you what we did, Colleen, was we had a Christmas Eve meal here instead of Christmas Day, because we weren't sure what was going on between my parents' rights and last thing.
We didn't know if his mum had made a dinner, but she made a very nice dinner.
Yeah, she did a good job, and she hadn't done it for years. And what happened was, Colleen, on the day before we had Christmas Eve lunch instead of Christmas Day, and Amanda got the local frozen food shop, Iceland, Brussels sprouts with bacon on it.
Sprouts with bacon.
Have you ever tried them?
It's just sprouts and they've just thrown some pieces of bacon.
I love sprouts, yeah. If it's done with a bit of bacon, I'd like that as well. I really like that.
It was nice. Yeah, really, really nice. It was. Did a really good job on it. Did. And what else do we have?
Pigs in blankets.
We had pigs in blankets.
Turkey with bacon that round it. So it's a theme there, you know.
Yeah.
There's some really nice roast potatoes, isn't there?
Yeah, they were nice. They were nice. They
They
didn't have bacon in mind.
No. What's wrong with them?
As I was saying, Jamaica, you know, when you say, no, what it is, you know, at work, I don't know, for some reason, I just think I just go into patois because of how stressful we work, you know, and I just end up just speaking my own language. You know, when you say lickle, it's not English, that's Jamaican, lickle.
Oh, is it?
Me have a little piece of, you know, pudding.
Right.
It is.
Colleen, got some shock news here now as well. And this is the title of today's podcast as well. Amanda is not eating cake for breakfast anymore.
No, I'm on a diet. It's my third day on the diet, and I've managed to ignore the cupboard that's got chocolate and Haribo in it from Christmas. I go on it sometimes and say hello to it and tell it how much I miss it, but I haven't been eating it.
We're in a twilight zone here. We're in a twilight zone. You read my mind, Andy. That's really spooky. Because as it's New Year, what are our New Year's resolution? Mine is to eat less chocolate. But I still will be eating burgers, chips, and and so what I'm saying, what do the others? That's Mandarin, Andy think?
So I'm trying to lose at least 2 stone because I've put on so much weight since March, and I'm going to also do a sequel to my novel and do some shorter books and cut down on meat. So I'm not going to go vegetarian, but I'm going to eat less meat.
Which I have no problem with. I don't eat loads of meat any alkaline, so it's pizzas that are my downfall. So, but my New Year's resolution, I've got the next poetry book, so I done actually. So that'll be out spring and time, and also if I can lose some weight, I'll lose it. But I just want to get fitter this year. So I've told Amanda already. No, the plan is basically we want to go on longer walks basically because we just want to keep our stamina. When you're diabetic, you've got to keep your stamina higher. You got to keep push yourself. Yeah, I know if I go downhill with the virus at the moment, it'll probably do me quite serious damage. So I'm just trying to keep myself fit, keep yourself toned up, and that way I can fight it more. And so we'll see.
Right. And good news for you. Good news for you is Amanda's been really busy over the Christmas doing her copywriting work, so she hasn't had a proper Christmas, has she?
We kind of had a bit of a Christmas on New Year's. I mean, on the Christmas Eve, didn't we? We had the Christmas meal on the Saturday, eating it, watching a Christmas film.
Oh yeah, we watched. I tell you, we watched, Colleen. And this is there's product placement in it to a degree, but we watched on a certain streaming TV channel. They are. Is that impressive? That I'm not going to name. We watched the Kurt Russell film, The Santa Claus 2. That was good fun.
Oh, right. And I also watched a Christmas film on Christmas Day because there was nothing happening on the TV or whatever, and it was called Santa Claus. No, what was it? It's Santa Claus. It was really good. I can't remember what the actual title was. Oh,
did it have Goldie Hawn in it and Kurt Russell?
No, not that one. It was another one where it's an English film. Oh, there must be something happening here. There's a lot of police cars going along the highway. I don't know if you can hear it.
Well, Scully, should we sing a song to you? They're coming to take you away. They're coming to take you away.
Live on
there. Live arrest on there. That's a great
take song. You away. They're coming to take you away. Yeah, it's an English teacher, and he was an actor. There's two actors, and they're in this Christmas pantomime. And the girl said, the lady said she's going to Hollywood to be a producer. And they were laughing, the three friends. They were saying, well, you know what actors become if they don't do well. They either become a teacher or they do something else. And it was really funny. And he did become a teacher. He became a teacher. Oh yeah, and they said, and the ones who fail at teaching do primary school teaching.
Cool. I tell you what, I watched, Colleen. I was on a giggle with my mates at work just for Christmas, and we were going around and we did a Christmas quiz at work, and we got asked to go and find some of the worst ever Christmas films ever made. And I found one which I watched, and Amanda wouldn't watch it, called Father Christmas Conquers the Martians.
No.
It was one of those sort of films, and I'll tell you, I'm listening to today. It was so bad it was actually worth watching. That's why. But I'll tell you what's out tonight, and don't you ever saw the third series at Colleen as well. Is did you watch the series last year called Staged?
No.
It was basically it was starring, get me right, Martin Sheen and David Tennant, where they're playing exaggerated versions of themselves, and they were both basically they ended up with eventually doing a big play in London. And obviously for the lockdown, it all goes kaput. And all that happens is the director tries to do rehearsals on Zoom, and it just disintegrates. they're at each other's throats all the time. So, and it was just, I mean, it's the best bit of Colleen it was, and they brought Judi Dench in it as a guest star right at the end of it. And it's the first time I've ever seen Judi Dench swear on TV. It just cracked me in the man up. It did. That's why. So it's worth watching. You can find it quite easy. Everyone, I've just seen. It's on Netflix. Oh, sorry. I know. Net something right at the moment. You can find it quite easy. And BBC, of course, as well. So, brilliant. So, what are you up to this week, Colleen, then? All been well?
What am I up to this week? Well, we can't really do any interviews because of the Tier 4. So, I've just been looking at ways to motivate listeners because I've done wellbeing for many years, and a 5K marathon since 2005. I didn't do one last year because of the lockdown, so I didn't go down to the track to do my 5K marathon. So we can't really do much at the moment. Just Zoom. Can't. I don't really want to do a Zoom interview because we're going to be getting new studios because the radio station has just won an award, and
Oh,
it was
yeah,
a prestigious award, a really good award. So I don't really want the guests to come on Zoom. I want them to go down to the studio because the studio as it is now is really nice. I like it, and it's by a really upcoming little area, garden park area, and near it is a really nice trendy cafe that's cheap. So
Cool.
I'm getting like loads of people I know to come down to the cafe, you know, if we want to have like a meeting or a discussion on different things. Yeah. So
Cool.
that's that.
Cool.
So the person who does the recording, he's got so busy now that we've even got a separate email for sending off our recordings, no longer to him. He said to me, "Why can't you do a Zoom interview?" And I said, "I know, because I like that room, that green room hospitality, where you take the guests to the studio and then you just go to that little trendy cafe for a coffee. It's like a little after interview coffee." Yeah, it's so nice.
Cool.
You know, the green room treatment where you, before you go into the studio, you just get to go into the green room. So I said I'd like to give them that hospitality treatment.
I don't think we're doing much this week, are we, really?
No, just some Zoom.
Yeah, we've got a couple of Zoom poetry readings on. I'm doing one tomorrow. We're both doing one tomorrow night. So our night we do on Wednesday night, and the random one on Sunday. So just bits and pieces this week. I've done a couple of more. I've just started up my spoken label podcast as well. So we did our book review podcast one on Sunday, man, didn't we? It's been released today, reading in bed. So just getting back. You know what I mean? You're not getting this time of year, Colleen. You're just getting back in the swing of things again, really, aren't you? After say a couple of weeks off on Christmas, really. So your projects and stuff. So yeah, it's probably along like I said. So it's nice to be back anyway. So I said to it felt. I tell you what you think about this, Colleen. When you get into a habit sometimes of doing like a regular recording every week, and you have a couple of weeks off, it feels weird, doesn't it?
I've not had that week off because I've had to do recordings every week.
Oh, you're still doing recordings every week in your radio station, I am. I'm sure you're doing over Christmas. Yeah. I know like it's Amanda's friend. We weren't sure. Amanda's friend is on the local radio station, similar to yours. We think she had repeats on for 2 weeks, didn't we? So that's why. So sometimes radio stations will do that sort of thing over the Christmas period. They'll just put repeats on basically, or do continued music mixes.
Strangely enough, this lockdown has really helped in a way, because if I hadn't had done the recordings, I wouldn't have changed my voice, so to speak. You can't hear back a playback without listening to a recording and then seeing how you can take that forward. It's really odd to say, but you have to listen to a recording before you can understand how to go to the next stage of doing any recordings for whatever you do. I've done recordings. I've got a what do you call it, a dictaphone, because at university I had to use a dictaphone for writing, for my writing courses. And then I did the secretarial training, so I use a dictaphone, and I've still got it. And although I do the recordings on that, it was appropriate for what I was doing. But until you actually do a recording for a radio show, you don't realize what kind of sound you need to have. It's a really odd thing to think about. You wouldn't think about it unless you had a lockdown, but we've never had a lockdown, so I didn't know how it was gonna.
Yeah, you learn a lot about that, Colleen. Like I've got friends that have worked in recording studios before now, and the basic laws are the same on that one still. So I like it. But that's a lot of time when I do bits and pieces of Amanda and recording. I've got to go back and play it all back. But a lot of it can be mixing sometimes. It can be so. Can be really, really fiddly sometimes, indeed. Colleen, it's 15 minutes.
Yeah.